What's going on, guys? It's Joey672 coming to you guys a video right now. So I want to go over something I heard from Doug Peterson's press conference today. There's going to be two guys I'm going to be looking at in training camp, OTAs, mini camp, all that stuff. Doug Peterson talked about the wide receivers and the young guys that step up, especially at wide receiver. Other than the starters, there's one guy that he mentioned first, and that was Braxton Miller, the wide receiver slash starting quarterback for Ohio State a couple years back. And he's been on our practice squad. This is a guy that was drafted by the Houston Texans. Didn't work out with them too well. He started, I don't know if he started outside or inside receiver. I totally forgot. But he's got speed. He's got some elusiveness. He's got some shifty feet, shifty legs to move east and west. Guy can move, okay? I've given up on Shelton Gibson. I don't think he's doing anything. Mac Hollins, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's either he's going to play or he's just going to sit another year. Because if Mac was 100% healthy and he's going to go play, I would think, hey, Mac Hollins could be the future starting slot receiver for the Eagles if Nelson Agholor leaves this year. You have somebody right there. But that's a huge question mark. Braxton Miller, though, could be that slot guy for the Eagles. I don't think he's ever going to be an outside receiver. I don't think he has the speed. In college, he had the speed. Going to the NFL, not much. Don't really see much of a speed factor unless he's been training real hard and his speed is way up. I don't know, but we'll have to see. First name Doug talked about was Braxton Miller. And we just have to see. I actually wanted him to get drafted by the Eagles, but I know we weren't going to pick him, of course. But I think he would, Jordan Matthews is gone. He signed with the Cardinals. And we need some depth at receiver. And your fourth receiver is your third, fourth receiver, whatever. Mac Hollins comes back, depending on what it is. Braxton Miller might have a roster spot. And I want to see more from him. I don't know if they put him on the outside. They put him in the slot. I have no idea what's going on with him. But should be pretty exciting. I watched his, I was watching his college tape, a couple years ago before the draft, and I was like, damn, this guy was good as a quarterback. Guy was shifty. Guy was running all over the place, getting touchdowns like it was nothing. So that's one guy we need to watch out for the depth at the wide receiver position. Another guy to look out for is Josh Sweat, defensive end from Florida State that we drafted in 2018, fourth-round pick. Josh Sweat, trying to find himself, had a little bit of a rough start, but we had a lot of depth on the D-line, a lot of depth. But at the same time, he got some playing time in preseason. He actually showed us, and Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman are very high on Josh Sweat at defensive end, another name that we have to follow as well. We keep forgetting we're talking about depth. We're talking about the rotation of the D-line. Josh Sweat is a guy that he's had problems with his motor. He's had problems really keeping the engine running when he's kind of pressuring. He's been falling down a lot. Like in preseason, he kind of fell down a lot. But, to be honest with you, I saw some really good things from Josh Sweat, which I kind of ignored the rest of the year and didn't really think much else because we were too busy during the season trying to win the damn season. Josh Sweat has a big chance to make a nice little leap. And he can get pressure. I mean, last year in preseason from 2018, he was getting pressure. He was getting pressure. I think he had a late hit penalty in that Steelers preseason game. But, it's another guy you have to look at for depth purposes. And, a guy, I'm not talking about a pure starter because he's not going to, I don't think Josh Sweat's going to be that. But I think he's going to be that guy that could be in that rotation. So, we drafted him in the fourth round. And you know what? I want to see what Josh Sweat can do in year 2. And it should be exciting. It should be exciting because I totally forgot when they mentioned him at the Doug Peterson press conference and then Howie Roseman's press conference. I totally forgot about Josh Sweat. And I think he has a lot of upside to him. He's got long arms. The guy can extend really well. And the guy could rush. He has proved that he could rush. Okay, he could rush and get pressure. He did it. I think he had like 2 sacks in one game. One was a penalty though on a late hit or something. A late hit on a throw. It would have been a sack. He literally held the ball on. He literally held the ball for like a second more. It would have been a sack. Half second more. But I'm pretty happy about that. That's something else to look forward to as well. So you want to look out for Braxton Miller, look out for Josh Sweat, two guys that, for depth purposes, we really need depth at receiver as well, because now we have to figure out who's going to be our depth at receiver, who's going to be the and see what Josh Sweat could do. I want to see what he could do. I really do. He showed some really good things, showed some promise. They had him in, when Brandon Graham wasn't fully healthy, he wasn't in there yet, coming off an injury after the surgery and stuff like that. Derek Barnett got hurt, so Josh Sweat got some reps. Didn't really do too much. Didn't really do too much at all. But I'm hoping I see something better from Josh Sweat. It's not a bad thing, but we'll figure it out, and we'll see what happens. So that's all I got to say, guys. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Braxton Miller as a receiver depth. Do you think Matt Collins is coming back? Does anybody even know the status of Matt Collins and what's going on with him? Because no news has come out at all on the Philadelphia Eagles website or anywhere the hell else on Twitter about, Matt Collins. And then let me know what you guys think about Josh Sweat and what we could do at that position. Do you think he's a promising rotational defensive end for us? I think he could be, but we have to see more. So I'll see you guys later. So, Shake Squad up, fly, let's fly.